Hello there, nieces and nephews. This is your Uncle Bill. It's Memorial Day weekend, and we have to say thank you for joining us. Thank you to all my moderators. And we, yeah, I'm streaming. Yay. Lost 5 minutes before. Anyways, it's Memorial Day weekend. It's been a long week. I love you all. I appreciate so much having the Virginia Show in as my head moderator, and to all of my moderators and all my new friends and all my friends that I've had along the way that have been helping me out and were watching the videos and in lives. This is just such a great time to be alive. And Memorial Day is a time of remembrance for all of those who have passed in battle. And let's get in with a commercial. 5 reasons to join Uncle Bill's weekly newsletter. And 1, it's free. It's a quick and easy read. This one here is this week's newsletter. It's only 3 pages. Has information how to get to the Monday Live and to the after party. The after party is easy to get to. I even put information on how to get to it in the newsletter along with links. The links are only provided if you join the newsletter. Easy. You can get in touch with Uncle Bill. You might even want to be a guest on one of my lives, Monday and Friday. I'm not going to share your email address. I love you all. Bye-bye. Yep. Oh, I thought I took them off there. There we go. That's even better. And thank you so much for joining us. It's Memorial Day weekend, a time of celebration, a time of remembrance, and a time for barbecue. What are you all going to be doing for your Memorial Day weekend? I hope it's going to be something fun. Memorial Day, and I love it. And I just got my new battery, speaking of YouTube and everything. So now I can go out and film. I was out filming this morning. It was a great day, and we're actually seeing some nicer weather, and I should get into the news before I go talking too much. The official news for Uncle Bill on May 26, 2023. Here it is. This is Memorial Day weekend, the start of Memorial Day weekend. Can you believe it? It's here already. Memorial Day was first started back after the Civil War, and it became recognized as an official holiday in 1972 with Richard Nixon proclaiming it as an official national holiday. Amazing. Now, Memorial Day is in honor of those who have fallen in battle, and Armed Forces Day is for all of the armed forces. It's as simple as that. And Father's Day is also coming up later on this month on the 16th. That'll be a good time. Well, I think it's the 16th. I probably got the day wrong. Uncle Bill makes mistakes, and Uncle Bill will make mistakes again. That's what I do. It's fun. If you admit your mistakes rapidly, it makes life a lot easier. Don't try to cover them up. Just, you can keep on going, but it doesn't hurt to admit them. Entertainment news, Tina Turner passed this week. I think it was on Wednesday, and it was a sad day for all of us. And yeah, Wednesday. And she passed at the age of 83. And she'll be remembered for, her music, Proud Mary. That's one of her most famous songs. Also, as an actress, she played in Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, and also I remember her best as the Acid Queen in Tommy by The Who. It was an amazing movie and an amazing scene, and she is just such a was such a phenomenal singer. Always be remembered. The queen of rock and roll has passed. In entertainment news, and I got my entertainment news, well, the Tina Turner's been all over the place, but the rest of the entertainment news I got from NPR online. NPR's not a bad source of news and entertainment news. Disney is putting out, already has put out, a live action, or what they call live action, because there's going to be a lot of digital in there, but live action remake of The Little Mermaid. I listened a little bit of a critique on it, and I didn't know it actually is an hour longer than the original Little Mermaid. I didn't remember The Little Mermaid being over an hour, was it? You guys can answer me in the comments down below. I remember watching it a couple of times, but other than that, so they remade The Little Mermaid. San Diego bus drivers are still out on strike. This is well into the second week of it. I think we're going to be starting the third week of it soon. In the South Bay, it's just basically almost shut down a bus service. Every once in a while, I'll see a bus tooling along, but I don't know if it's on a route or not on a route. But the thing is I wouldn't want to be depending on buses right now. I feel bad for the bus drivers. I feel bad for the customers. It's a bad situation for everyone. And the conditions that they were talking about is split shifts. I didn't even know about split shifts before, where you work a couple hours and then you get sent home for a couple hours and then you work for another couple hours, and they don't pay you for the in-between time, which on a lot of companies, if the in-between time isn't very much, you get paid for it. Some drivers like it, some drivers don't like it. I think they should have the option of it, and let it be the driver's choice. Drivers should not be forced to take split shifts, which is what it sounds like the union is complaining about. Also, the lack of restroom facilities for early morning bus drivers also is a major complaint, and the city should do something about it, and the cleanliness. Now, on some good news. Weather. I can't believe it. It's been overcast for over a week, and I looked out the window. We actually have some blue sky that is showing through some of the clouds. You begin to forget. I was thinking that I had moved back to Syracuse, New York, where I grew up. Uncle Bill, when I was growing up, I kid you not, folks, we got on average around 23 days total in a year that were sunny, cloud-free days. They just didn't exist in Syracuse, New York. Well known for its rain and its snowfall. On to more weather stuff, and an epiphany that Uncle Bill has, I'm going to admit my ignorance. As a kid, you think summer is that last day of school, because that's when summer vacation starts. Now, I knew that summer was sometime after that. And then I thought, well, maybe it was when I go to summer camp. Well, at 66, I finally am fully knowledgeable on when summer starts. It starts on what I consider one of the best and one of the worst days of the year. It's kind of iffy for me, because I am a sun person. I realized that when I moved to California. I love the sun. The longest day of the year, which is the summer solstice, is actually also the start of summer. And after that, from then on, the days get shorter, less light, and that's it. It's downhill from there on. Not only that, that is the end of my news. I love you all. I'm going to pass it back over to this guy. And he did. Yay! I'm not kidding about the fact that I love summer and I love having the light. It's more so the light than it is the warmth, because I find that cloudy days, whether they're in the summer or in the winter, it doesn't matter. I don't like them. Now for our second sponsor for another segment that is going to be coming up. Hey, new YouTubers, do you need coaching on how to be successful on YouTube? Then take Virginia's YouTube coaching classes for only $1,200. See Miss Virginia at The Virginia Show for more details. And that was just a quick commercial there. Now, Virginia has a lot more products than that, but Uncle Bill doesn't have the commercials ready to go yet. So on for our next segment, which was courtesy of The Virginia Show. AI doesn't always get it right. This was one of the best pictures that I got. It was just for, people around eating pizza, and that's what I got. And who doesn't love trucks? I had a lot of fun. This one was done with airbrush.ai. And this was with stockimage.ai. A lot of fun using AI. And they're on their Memorial Day weekend too, celebrating. Another futuristic truck. This one was from Airbrush, I think. It's funny too, AI can be stubborn. This was for Mother's Day or Easter? Easter. Yeah, it was Easter. It's funny how some people claim credit for actually doing it when AI is doing all the work, but you do write the prompt. Another futuristic truck, green. This guy was amazing. I think the top was race car driver or something like that. Yes, these are all AI photos. Even that girl that was holding the surfboard was an AI photo. Sometimes they get it really realistic. Like this is obviously an AI photo. One thing with AI is a lot of times it'll put in two suns. Another Easter celebration. This guy looks really real too. A lot of times when you look really close, you can see the imperfections that AI tosses in there because they mix things up. Like on his teeth, that center tooth is kind of weird. But with futuristic trucks, they have fun. Didn't quite understand stock market crash because I wanted to have the chart going down. I like this one. It's kind of funny with the city actually being made out of stone. AI runner. One of my earlier AIs. Same here. I love how I can get, trees and everything, but it a lot of times has trouble with humans. Oh, greetings, Bridget D. Great to see you in here. Another view from the sea. One of my first guys on a beach. It's a lot easier to just have them drawn for you than to find the actual picture. And that was it. I figured I'd share that. I didn't really, I realized that I can talk during those slideshows, and I thought it'd be more fun that way to go through what was going through my head. And the one other thing that I'll stop talking about AI is with the stock image AI. The nice thing about that is that the actual name of the file that you get coincides to what you used for the seed, which is what people are, it's the term for, what you told the AI to do. And that's kind of nice to have. So welcome to Bridget D. She has a great channel. Maybe you could drop her link, Virginia, and drop your own link too, because I would not be anywhere near where I am now if it wasn't for the Virginia show. I just can't say enough good things about this fantastic channel that is doing so much for other YouTubers and very much appreciated by me. Also, thank you to all of the new supporters. I mean, people that have joined the family. I can't say enough good things about all of you. It's so surprising. We didn't think that our family would grow this fast or this large this quickly. It'll be time to have a celebration pretty soon, and we'll have to do some celebration there. And I'm also just so elated to have everybody. Just a second here. And why don't we do a little magical maps and see where everybody's coming in from and where they would like to be going on vacation for maybe Memorial Day. So put in your city and state. Let's make this a little bit bigger so everybody can see everything of it. There. 1K party is coming. Yes. We'll have to get some ideas together for the 1 day party, for the 1K party. I can't talk anymore. And let's see, what other places can we go to or been? I've been to Hawaii. Hawaii's a fun place to go. There's a place in Hawaii called Hanama Bay. Very fun. Very, very, very fun. And let's go look and see. Oh, yeah. Over here. Bridget's up in Los Angeles. And I'm over here in San Diego. In Texas, we have the Virginia show. And up in Ontario, Canada, I'm in there too. I'm in two places at the same time. I love it. Some ideas I had for the holiday and also for the 1K party is to maybe have something where we select and we start an interaction, and that person would get a prize. And the nice thing is it shows right up on there, but your prize right now, Bridget, is you can choose what interaction we have coming. We can do power poll with options. We could do more magic maps. We could do wonder words. Now, the only problem with these guys is they get truncated. Then power poll without options, circle of choice circle, spin a wheel of names and choose one randomly. And I like that winning circle. That thing's automatic, which is really nice. Transient thoughts, quick questions in the winning circle, and noise emojis for everyone. So Bridget, if you just type into the chat, if you have a chance, we can figure out which one you want to do. And in the meantime, I'll put emojis for everyone and let people play while we're waiting for your answer. Choo, there we go. Emojis for everyone. Well, no pressure. Let's see, does that work? No. I guess you have to put an emoji in there. So you could all put an emoji in there, like one of these guys. Would they go in there? We'll try that. It's a little slow right now. Ignore that black screen where there's nothing showing. Oh, it's been such a great week. I went out and I had fun filming this morning, and I figured out a way to get twice the footage in the same amount of time. I brought two cameras. And then while I realized, why not get 3 times the footage? And the next time I go out, I'm going to have 2 stationary cameras and one for filming so I can pan, which is a lot of fun. These my mouth is so dry. Batteries came in, so that was nice. And that's one of the sad things about the bus strike is I had planned that I was going to go out and do a whole bunch of filming throughout the day on a bus and bring people along, and you could experience a bus ride through shorts, because a lot of people have realized that my shorts, if you connect them all together, you have an experience, and it's a lot of fun. And the buses, it's funny because for us down here, at least for me, it kind of reminds me of 9/11. I mean, not in the tragic, not quite that tragic, but 9/11, it was very eerie in the fact that we didn't have any air traffic for, I think it was almost a full week. We got air traffic fairly quickly, but it was all military air traffic after 9/11. Down here, we don't see the MTS buses. And because of that, it's weird because you're like going, where's our red buses? I want to see red buses. I want to ride the bus again. Oh, it's been a fun time. And Memorial Day, I still remember years and years ago in 1973, my best friend Jeff and I, we entered, well, it actually started before 73. In 1972, my coach, he says to my wrestling coach in high school, he goes, well, I'm going to bring a bunch of guys down to this hick wrestling tournament at the General Clinton Canoe Marathon. I was being nothing but a bunch of farmers. You guys will just clean up and you're no problem. It'll be a good experience for you, a lot of fun. We went down there. There were state champions from New York that were in this tournament. Tons of them. I mean, old state champions. It was amazing. I don't know if I even got past the first round, but all of us decided we ain't going to this tournament again. But I saw that it was also a canoe race. And that year, Jeff and I had done our first canoe race. We did the Sacandaga downriver canoe race with our an aluminum canoe, which we actually had borrowed from one of my parents' friends. And we placed second. There were quite a few canoes that didn't make it through that race. And there was another time when I don't think that was the time, because there was one time where I raced and we placed second and there were only 3 canoes, but this was not that time because I remember there were quite a few canoes that flipped. We were probably 2 out of 3. There might have been only 3 canoes that made it over the finish line on that race, but I remember distinctly there were more than 3 canoes when we started. It was a lot of fun, and a lot of it was rite of passage type thing for both of us. It was really crazy because we're coming off the first lake and have a portage, and Jeff and I were so excited. Jeff was so excited. He was my bowman. They sit up in the front. I was the sternman and I'm in the back. And Jeff pulled the canoe. So when we hit the shore, he pulled it so hard, he pulled me right out of the canoe into the water. So here I am, and this water literally had just something about me and ice water. I not too fond of it, for one, and two, I've fallen into ice water more than once in my lifetime. And I think that was my second, or might have been my third even. But we did the rest of the race, even though I was just drenched and I wasn't cold because we were just going full out. So warmed up, but I was by the time we were done with the race, I think I was close to dry or semi-dry. That was the race, which got us hooked on racing. And then that later on that year, I went to the wrestling tournament and I decided, oh, we got to try this other race, which was the General Clinton race, 70-mile marathon race. We did that race and we were always the first Grumman aluminum canoe over the line in our division. There was a story, and my parents, after the Sacandaga race, they go, "Oh, you guys, you did pretty good. We'll buy you a canoe." And I don't know if it was from the cost or from whatever, but we had picked out a canoe that wasn't that much more expensive than the Grumman that my parents ended up buying us to race in. And the one we wanted was an Alumacraft canoe, which is a lighter, faster, has less of a keel, and this thing, went like grease lightning. It had what they call the hull speed on the canoe. On a canoe, there's on any boat, there's what they call a hull speed. And that is like the maximum speed that you could get the boat up to with a normal amount of effort. After that, it's like times 10 the amount of effort that you're going to have to put into it. The Alumacrafts had about a 1 to 2 knot advantage over the Grummans as far as their normal nominal hull speed. But we managed to push that Grumman over the finish line. We were the first Grumman over every single year that we raced that race. And we raced it 5 years. They weren't all consecutive, but we did it 5 consecutive years. Yes, we raced that five years in a row. It's a lot of fun. And one year we actually placed 7th out of all of the canoes, not the canoes, all the aluminum canoes. They have our fastest time was a little bit over. It was either a little over 8. Yeah, it was a little over 8 hours. And our slowest time was a little over 11 and a half hours. And the reason why it was 11 and a half hours that year was because the water was low, the Susquehanna River wasn't flowing as fast, and there were more portages, actually. One year we went and they said, you can shoot everything after Goodyear Dam. Well, that wasn't true. There was another dam after Goodyear Dam, but we were tired and we knew we had passed Goodyear Dam. And everybody on the sides were going, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it. And Jeff and I were already tired because it was hot. And we decided, okay, we'll give it a try. Everybody's telling us to try it. We'll try it. And we tried it, and it was a spillway, basically, that we were going to shoot. We shot it. We got about halfway through that thing, and we bottomed out. And because of the canoe, the weight and everything else, and any canoe would have bottomed out on that, stopped. I hit both the stern thwart, which are those little crossbars, and the mid thwart, and ended up sitting in the same spot as Jeff. We both were so mad. We didn't even talk for the rest of the race. It was just race, race, race. And I think part of the reason why I don't think we talked, because if either one of us had said, let's quit, we would have stopped right then and there, because I almost broke my knee. I literally hit the stern thwart and the mid thwart so hard that I bent the stern thwart in a good and this is metal. This is made out of aluminum, and I hit it so hard I bent it probably about 2 inches, and the mid thwart about a half an inch because it's a little bit beefier, and I'd slowed down some by then. But it was the same as being in a car crash, basically. But the crazier thing about that is we actually passed 2 canoes while we were doing that because they were portaging around that and we were going over in more ways than one too. It was a fun Memorial Day. Remembrances of Memorial Day. That was long before I realized or knew about the true meaning of Memorial Day, and just all sorts of fun. And Virginia, what are you going to do on your Memorial Day? Are you going to be going over to your daughters, or are you going to do like Uncle Bill and stay home and stay safe because there's all sorts of wackos on the road? Resting. I like resting. Resting is a good thing. And Bridget, do you want to do, let's see, we got more Stream Alive that we could do. Oh, wait a second. Cool. Look. Oh, let's show on stream. Look at all those cool emojis and everything. I like that. Every single one of your emojis is showing up there. Isn't that cute? That gives us incentive. More emojis, people. Throw them in there, Bridget. Oh, you half asleep? Oh, well, that happens. We appreciate you being here, Bridget D. We appreciate everybody here. And we also appreciate everybody on the replay crew. We love you all. Yeah, I like this. I like this. And I like that new, let me see where I got to get over there. I like this new wheel, though. This winning wheel, this is kind of cool because we can. I win! Yay! I win a 1K party. It's coming. Thank you, everybody. Let's see. Oh, look, I even get a little crown over here. Isn't that cool? Let's start it again and see who gets. Name your prize. Oh, I guess I win again. Let's see if it might have trouble with only 3 people in here. Okay, it's random. Okay, Bridget, what's your prize? A Cupid doll. Yay! See, we should tell everybody that $1 million. $1 million. I love that from oh, what is it? Not Gold Member. It's from Austin Powers. The first Austin Powers movie, the villain's there, he's been unfrozen. He's been frozen for so many years. And he goes, I want $1 million. A squashmallow. Oh, wait a second. Oh, okay. So I guess I could go back to the emojis. Let me see. Where are they? I know I had them here somewhere. Well, let's just go up here and start it. This one. There we go. Multiple. Go. And we'll do this until I'll just hide it on stream. Oh, I already did have it hidden on stream. I don't have it up there on stream. But what I'll do is I'll hide it and then bring it back. I didn't mean to be rude and looking away. I have another monitor over there so that I can do the run of show, which is a lot of fun. And congratulations to all the graduates. I mean, that's the other thing that I forgot about celebrating. We celebrate both the Memorial Day weekend and graduation because there's a lot of people that graduate. Being up in the northern climates in Syracuse, one of the things I do remember is we would graduate later than everybody else. So people would be out of school and we'd still be going. Some years we'd even go all the way into June. Actually, I think almost every year we went all the way into June. Yay! This weekend, I have planned I'm going to go out and do some more filming. I have my 2-camera rig and going to bring a 3rd camera out. Now that I have more batteries, it's going to be fun. Going to go eat out at a restaurant because I haven't done that in like forever. Maybe do some shopping at the store. And it's going to be a blast. Posting. There's going to be lots of posting and lots of hosting. And we're going to have fun. Yay! And then for Bridget, so that you don't fall, here you go. That wake you up. I can't believe that next week is going to be June. It's going to be here soon. I got a call from the VA the other day and they said, your appointment's been canceled. You need to call back and reschedule. So I called back and rescheduled, and instead of going back the other way, we went forward, so it's going to be earlier for my appointment. So I'm like, okay, that's not bad. Although it is a Roto-Rooter job, so June, yes. In June, my appointment got rescheduled from July to June. So I'll be calling in and getting arrangements to get transportation, which is really nice. It's people, I've rarely met anybody in the San Diego area that complains about the VA, because the VA here is very good. That's probably one of the reasons why I'm never moving out of San Diego. I love it. Any more emojis? I love emojis. Oh, wait a second. I got to make this. And Virginia, could you drop your links in? And let me see what else we could do here. Share video. Understand. I figured we could enjoy some music. this video was me just going through and showing people how to get more depth out of thumbnail. This is back when I used to use Paint.net most of the time. I still do go back and forth between Paint.net and Photopea. And truth be told, I'd still be using Paint.net if they had, in addition to all those layers on the right-hand side, if they had folders, I'd probably still be using Paint.net. See, that gave depth by having, you know, one in the foreground, one in the background. Would have been better if it was different than me. And you have shadow. Now with Photopea, I can make that shadow, the text, a lot more three-dimensional, which is very nice. And I can emboss it, which gives it a nice puffy appearance. But give me a Crayola crayon, I'll figure out a way to make a thumbnail. With this one, I kind of went crazy and had a lot of fun making things. Now, Dr. Wizzle, I like the way he does thumbnail frames. But one thing I'm not beyond doing is sending people to other channels. They're doing it better than I am. Why not learn from them? Everybody develops their own certain style with thumbnails. I can't even remember which program I used to make this, but it was fun. That's the best part. Storyboarder is really interesting program for actually doing storyboards for video. It's by Wonderwork, and they actually are a film studio. They give it, it's a free program. part of a video I did about, obviously, 2022. Essentials for figuring out about your thumbnail. And then you can always rent, buy, or get free software to do your thumbnails. And where are you going to store your thumbnails? Local, cloud, or other places? The thing with Fiverr or design artists or other people to do your thumbnails for you, you have to basically kind of train them just like anything else. Same with editors. You have to be consistent to your brand. I like thumbnails that have high contrast to them. And then you go for a mood of either, whatever mood you're looking for. Like, do you want it to be angry, cool, pictures, people and animals? That'll pull people in all the time, especially people. If you get a kid that's looking into the camera, or a dog that's or animal that's looking into the camera. And people, places, and things, all great for putting on thumbnails. And we all love cars. Text no more than 3 to 4 words on a thumbnail, if possible. In the title, personal, descriptive, max 12 words. And that was an experiment up there. That's actually really small text, which Google actually recognized, and it would actually go into the metadata if I was to do that on all my thumbnails. So now you can see all sorts of tricks that Uncle Bill uses on thumbnails. I haven't used that one trick very often because every single thing that you saw on those thumbnails is work. And the more work you do, the more time you have gone. It's a lot of fun. And thank you, everybody, for commenting, sharing. Thank you to my moderators. The Virginia Show, you are amazing. Bridget D, thank you for being here. And thank you for everybody else who's attended. Thank you to all of my new family members. Watch the replays. Watch them more than once. And have a very memorable, happy Memorial Day weekend. And I love you guys. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Oh, yeah.